Imagine stepping out of a train and into a city that feels like a dream, where every corner reveals a new wonder. Welcome to Venice, the city built on water. Since I was born, I've heard about things like, this city is the northern Venice, this city is like Venice, this city is inspired to Venice, etc. So let me say it straight. Venice is unique, and no city can be compared to that, because it is the only city in the world built upon the sea or the lagoon, and also islands. If you have just one day and you want to have a tour of this unique city, you're in the right place. Also because I come from its region, so I'm really proud to write down this little guide and itinerary. Are you ready? Before diving in, please smash the like button, subscribe to get more videos like this. You can also support the channel by buying me a coffee, link in description. Clearly, most of the people or tourists that get to Venice start their trip from the railway station, Venezia Santa Lucia. You cannot even imagine how many people I guided, and every time I was observing their face as soon as you leave the railway station, and their expression when they start admiring the scenography in front of them, as if they were in a movie. 1. Ponte degli Scalzi. You can go to the top of the bridge and enjoy your first incredible landscape of this fantastic city. 2. Strada Nova. At the beginning of the Strada Nova, there are two interesting things. One is the tourist office, where you can get all the info, and the other one is the Pasticceria del Mas. This is a typical bakery I would recommend you to stop for a delicious coffee and one of their bakeries or pralines, since it's one of the best chocolate shops in Venice. The Strada Nova, or New Street, is one of the most important streets since it is a faster way to reach Rialto. Since there are less bridges than usual, it could be a good way for people who have deambulation problems. The main feature of the buildings, houses, and palaces is for sure the Venetian arch that you can easily recognize by looking at this facade. And another one of the most important carnivals in the world. Look at this shop that sells the typical Venetian masks. 3. Campo Santa Sofia, crossing with a gondola the Canal Grande. If you don't want to spend €80 per person for a ride in the typical Venetian ship, the gondola, you have always the possibility to cross the Canal Grande for €25 for Bridge of Rialto. Finally, here we are in front of one of the most iconic symbols of the city, Ponte di Rialto, with its 24 meters arch. It's not mystery that here you can see the most enchanting palaces of the city along the Canal Grande, since they were residents of the most powerful Venetian families when Venice was one of the most influential and powerful states. 5. Piazza San Marco 7. On the left side of the Basilica, there is the famous St. Mark's clock tower, with the two Mori ticking the bell every hour. 8. The bell tower, Campanile di San Marco. The ticket costs around €8 per person, and you can enjoy the sea sight over the 5 domes of the Basilica, or over the entire square and over the city. 9. Doge's Palace or Palazzo Ducale. It's absolutely a place you cannot miss, a masterpiece that seems to be light despite its form. The colors, white and pink, make it really smooth and shining, especially in sunny days. 10. Ponte dei Sospiri or Bridge of Sighs. The Bridge of Sighs is called this way due to the whispers of the prisoners of the Doge's palace that were crossing the bridge. It is also told that when the wind blows, you can still hear their voices, complaints, and shouts. 11. Leaving Piazza San Marco from the northwestern side, you can easily reach the Bacino Orseolo, dominated by the luxury hotel Albergo Cavalletto Doge Orseolo. 11. Following Calle Barcaroli and Calle Fuseri, and finally reaching Calle Locande, you find a sign that takes you to Scala Bovarini del Bovolo. This is an off-the-beaten-path place, a little tower of Pisa, and called the Hidden Treasure of Venice. It is located not far from Campo Manon, and it is a mix between Renaissance, Gothic, and Byzantine whiting. 13. Teatro la Fenice. Venice in Italian means phoenix, and a fire in 1996 destroyed or damaged most of the theater due to an electrical problem under the roof. Well, the theater, like a phoenix, came back to its magnificence from its ashes. The recent but now legendary story gave to this already known theater even more prestige. Where to eat. Real, local, never eat in Piazza San Marco. It is too a place for tourists. So normally when we go to Venice, we choose two options. bakeries, or small ostery out of the main touristic routes. In Venice, you eat the ticchetti, similar to Spanish tapas but made by local ingredients. Some of them are Osteria al Squero, close to Accademia, Baccaretto d'Alele in Tolentini, and Hostaria Vecchio Biavarol in Fondamenta Tolentini, close to Giardino Papadopoli. Travel tips. To visit the Basilica of San Marco, you need to book in advance, or you could wait for 30-60 minutes to visit it. You should not miss the Palazzo Ducale, Duke Palace, to have the panoramic view from San Marco Tower Bell and the visit to the Teatro la Fenice. To shorten the time from the railway station, you can always opt for the Vaporetto, the Venetian bus, and reach Rialto and San Marco. A gondola tour can cost up to 80-90 euros per person. It is a nice experience and even better, a romantic experience. Another thing that locals do is the tour of Baccari. It is the tour of the typical Venetian bars. I already recommended one above, the Baccaretto d'Alele. Venice by night is a thing you cannot miss since it is even more charming. Surroundings. Take the train and do not miss the beautiful and medieval city of Treviso. Another interesting spot is the medieval town of Orseolo, considered among the most beautiful medieval towns in Italy. If you need an accommodation, please check the links in the description to get some advices on where to sleep. Have you visited Venice? If you like this guide, please leave a comment and subscribe to get more videos like this.